Conditional statements, the switch keyboard. Else if statements are a great tool if we need to check multiple conditions. In programming, we often find ourselves needing to check multiple values and handling each of them differently. For example, let grocery item equal to papaya. If grocery item is equal to tomato, console.log tomatoes are 0.49 cents. Else if grocery item is equal to papaya, console.log papayas are equal to 129 cents. $1.29, else console.log invalid item. So in the above code, we have a series of conditions checking for a value that matches grocery item variable. Our code works fine, but imagine if we needed to check 100 different values. Having to write that many else if statements sounds like a pain. A switch statement provides an alternative syntax that is easier to read and write. A switch statement looks like this. Let grocery item equal papaya, switch grocery item, case tomato, console.log, tomatoes are 0.49 cents, break, case lime, console.log, limes are $149, break, case papaya, console.log, papayas are $129, break, default, console.log, invalid item, break. So the switch statement keyword initiates the statement and is followed by parentheses ... which contains the value that each case will compare. In the example, the value of expression of the switch statement is grocery item. Inside the code block, parentheses, curly braces, there are multiple cases. The case keyword checks if the expression matches the specified value that comes after it. The value following the first case is tomato. So if the value of grocery item is equal to tomato, that case's console.log would run. The value of grocery item is papaya. So the third case runs. Papayas are $129 is logged to the console. The break keyword tells the computer to exit the block and not execute any more code or check any other cases inside the code block. Note, without break keywords, the first matching case will run, but so will every other subsequent case regardless of whether or not it matches, including the default. This behavior is different from if-else conditional statements that execute only one block of code. At the end of each switch statement, there is a default statement. If none of the cases are true, then the code in the default statement will run. Let's write a switch statement to decide what medal to award an athlete. Athlete final position is already defined at the top of main.js, so start by writing a switch statement with athlete final position as its expression. Okay, so now we're going to start off with a switch statement. Switch athlete position. So if the case is first place, so instead of using a semicolon, we're going to be using a colon. So if the first case is first place, then we're going to go ahead and console.log first place. As we're going to break the semicolon. Right, otherwise we're gonna break and it's gonna be set as default. Right, so moving on, we'll add cases in the next step. Okay, so moving on, inside the switch statement, add 3 cases. The first case checks for the value first place, which is this one. If the expression value matches the value of the case, then console.log the string you get a gold medal. Okay, so if this is first place, we're going to console log the string, you get a gold medal, right? Else if we're going to go ahead, we're going to break, then case is equal to next one. The second case checks for the value of second place. And if so, we're going to go ahead and console.log. You get the silver medal. Okay. The third case checks for the value third place. Don't forget to break right after the console.log, semicolon. Then we start off with the next case, which is if it's equal to third place. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and console.log. You get the bronze medal. Okay, so otherwise we're going to add a break default, and if it is default, then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and console.log. We're going to go ahead and console.log no award, no medal awarded. To the very next thing that they're going to ask us here. And then right after that, we're gonna break, semicolon. Let's run that code.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a small typo here. It's just the full stop just before the exclamation. Now it should be fine. Yeah, sorted. Now it's fine. All right, let's move on. Okay, so yeah, it's just a quick review. And if statement checks, if else statements, comparison operators, the logical and operator, and checks if both so the logical and operator and checks if both provided expressions are truthy, the logical operator or. So the truthy operators, the not operator, ternary operators, the switch statement. Right, so we've already practiced quite a bit, so let's just move on from there.